Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left last time, we were about to fight Valexia. She is apparently not happy with us and we are going to have to, do a little bit of combat with her. This'll be fine, we're going to be just fine in this. We just need to do a whole bunch of buffs to make sure people survive.
Rules are made to be broken.
Lots and lots of spells to cast so people survive. Mostly mirror images, honestly. It's like the most vital spell we can have. Don't need any of those. I still don't think we do. We could have rested, but I don't think we really need to that much. I'm going to do a, I kind of wish we had communal resist energy, but we do, so that's fine. We need cold resistance for this fight. It may or may not come up, we'll find out. Do you have Sirocos? Yes, good. Okay, that's really the big thing. Okay, first round of spells are out. Mirror image. Blur isn't going to be super useful, but we'll try and get some displacement on some people. It seems that they sort of bypass that, unfortunately, but you know what? It'll be fine. We've Howl the Banshee, that'll be good. We'll get Holy Aura just before we go in with our haste spell, so that'll be fine. Let's grab shield, let's grab... what else we got? See, invisibility might help. Remove fear could be useful.
What's on your mind?
And we'll need protection from energy, cold as well. Okay, displacement is on one person. Let's grab it on all of our ranged people mostly. The rest of them are fine. It doesn't really matter too much for the rest of them. So you have mirror image. Let's grab your own displacement.
I'll watch your back.
And we're gonna grab... I don't think a stone skin's super duper useful here. We have some good spells. Okay. And displacement on her. Okay. After that, we're gonna do... Actually, as we're doing that, we're gonna do Holy Aura, then we'll do Haste, and then we'll go in. I think we're... Actually, we'll grab Bless. I don't know if we have Bless on or not. Probably should. Full Strength is going to be useless. We do have Dispels. Probably should have did those in terms of... we don't need them for right now, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's good.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Okay. And then Haste, and I think we're good. Alright. Let's go in and fight this out. I think we'll be fine.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards!
We already have done this conversation. If you're looking to see how it goes, just take a look at the previous video near the end. She does like a little person to come in and do some play thing, and then we're just gonna listen to them rock out, because we can't skip until they're done rocking out. And she's angry, because we keep saying evil things. You're supposed to do, I guess if you want to like be her ally, you need to change your answers all the time. You can never say the same thing twice. Otherwise she gets irritated at you because she's chaos incarnate. She loves chaos. Alright, let's see how our thing looks here. Not ideal. It's not the best situation. I think we'll be okay though. We really need to kill this particular Marilith before anything else, because she will turn some of our group into paste. That being said, we do have an excellent opportunity here for a nice old Firestorm. All enemies? All enemies, okay, perfect. Did some damage, not as much as I would have liked, honestly. Did we kill the Marilith? So the Marilith is dead. That is the big thing we wanted to kill. There is another one over there, but yeah, it's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. Nenio is going to be the next person we need to do stuff. So, she's going to cast Sirocco, obviously. We're hoping for a good amount of people to get knocked down. There's a solid chance a lot of people are going to die in this fight, and it's not because of anything we're going to do. It's strictly because she casts Disintegrate a lot. And also, we just got smashed around by a Marilith for quite a lot of damage, honestly. Ugh. Alright. She cast slow on us, which is annoying. We're gonna cast mass heal. It will heal up some of our enemies. Actually, it'll do damage to the Bloody Freak, but... Can we charge? No. Are we slowed? No, with her. Or him. It. Whatever. Cool. Jesus. Kyrieru is dead.
Resist me at once.
We really need to kill the succubi. They are very annoying. But we also need to kill all these things too, so... Let's just smash them around. Windwell can shoot the succubi. Or she'll miss every attack, because why wouldn't she?
Kneel before me.
Should have raged. Forgot to rage. Rage now. We're gonna cast Sirocco closer to home, but not too far away from this. Didn't knock it down, unfortunately. Alright, we are slowed, though.
May I see your entrails, please?
Unfortunately, and now we're going to take a whole bunch of damage. Or not. That wasn't so bad. Marksman's down. There's our first disintegrate, and the marksman died. Luckily, it was only the marksman, which is actually really nice of her to have done. Mass heal. We'll try not to get the Marilith in there. That thing's almost dead. Luckily, Kyrieru is fine. We peeled away a bunch of his, or her, Oh, there goes all of our mirror images, unfortunately. Let's kill Bloody Freak. More flame strikes. No more yes, more flame strikes. And just Valexia's left here, and the Defiler. The Defiler actually is really tough to kill. I'm gonna turn off... Yeah, that's fine. We can hit her. Maybe. There we go. Okay.
This one's mine.
She should be going down very shortly. Alright, this is fine. Let's recast haste, because I think some people are slowed. What is wrong with you? Are you staggered or something? You're shaken. And staggered.
With the attack,
Oh,
commence.
very annoying is that. Regil just about killed the Cambion in one go. And... Hey! We mirror imaged out the, certain death of that ability. That was kind of nice. We're gonna disintegrate the succubus. Or destruction, sorry. We gotta get rid of one of them at least. How many mirror images does that thing have? There we go. Bloody Freak is now finally dead. Camellia's up. We do have Flame Strike, but we really don't have a whole lot to shoot it at currently, so I think we're just going to come in and fight the Marilith guard. We did a bunch of damage. Windwell can shoot the Succubus guard up there. Did some damage. Okay, she's down. We'll just do a Hellfire Ray on the Succubus guard. Almost killed it. Yay, we get our attacks finally. Then instantly kill it in one hit. Regil's got some mirror images, luckily saving his life. We don't need to waste any more spells here. I mean, Kyrieru might die, but I don't. It's not that big of a deal. There we go. Valexia regains her beautiful appearance. She wipes the blood from her pretty face as she screams desperately, "Mercy, in memory of the sweet moments of intimacy that we've shared together, please don't kill me. You've lived long enough." Do. You attacked me, and now you're dead. And all the people come back to non-furniture mode, which I find very funny, but they're all leaving. How close are we to a level? We are not as close as the other group, to be honest, which is a little sad. I'm gonna loot this. Why can't we move? Are we still? Oh, we're still in combat technically. Oh, that's just annoying. Okay, fine. Can we just kill this thing? There we go. Okay, done. And I'm just gonna take all the loot. I'm hoping we can loot these guys up here, but probably not. We couldn't before, so in the other group, after they finish this fight. Some more mushrooms and stuff. And let's leave. So we did that fight. Excellent. And now we're running sort of low on things to go. We need to get Ember in our group because we're going to go see Nocticula. And now that I know how to pronounce her name, I'm pretty happy about that. What other quests do we have on the go, though? If we take a look at our stuff, we have to restore a crumpled helmet at some point. I wonder what we're missing from this. Magic Essence, Cold Iron, Demon Blood. Alright, let's take a look at our things here. That's not the right one. Yeah, I guess. Okay. That might not be it either. Maybe just an other. We have a lot of severed demon heads. I don't think it's in here. Ingredients, maybe? No, that doesn't look right. It's got to be in... We're looking for magical essences. That'll show us which section it's in. We should have a bunch of those. We do have the bag of holding, which is nice. It's got to be here, right? Transformation... There it is, magical essences. Okay, so... What do we even have? We have 4 demon bloods. Do we have a demon hide? What was that? Helmet of the Abyss Killer. Okay. Oh, that's the Doomslayer's helmet. Special thing. Okay, we got diamonds, demon blood. Got a couple Trendalev's scales. Got 2 magic essences. Doesn't look like we have any sort of hides that I can see any at this particular second. Yeah, I don't think we have any hides. Alright, well, let's go. So we're not going to be able to make the helmet yet, but we do have the cool cloak. If we were making an undead group before we turn them all into bugs, at least we have that going for us, which is nice. What other quests were we doing? Finian, more than nothing. So Nenio, Nameless Ruins, Nocticula, and Arushalay. Let's go do Arushalay's thing right now. She wants to talk about her dreams.
This way.
Whatever.
That shit.
All the way up to here. Sometimes the cameras are really, really weird. Arushalay's ruby eyes stare watchfully at passersby who don't even notice her at arm's length. She turns to you, her face a mixture of contemplation, sadness, and admiration. They're amazing, aren't they? You want to talk about what happened at Demelchio's manor? Yes, I thought a lot about what he said, and I understand. And then I understood. Wait, I think it'd be easier to show you instead of trying to explain everything. Will you follow me into my dream again? Sure. Thank you. She takes her hand, and her small, searing palm in the world around you fades away. We had to put her dreams into order. Arushalay's dream is filled with smoke. Cold, ghostly fire is devouring the dreams of others she has collected. Tears are flowing freely from her eyes, leaving faint trails on her soot-stained cheeks. I look at her questioningly. Do you remember what we saw in Demelchio's mansion? What he said about the dreams coming true, food, riches, demise of his enemies? The teary-eyed succubus looks at you. It doesn't ask me what I dreamed of. I tried to find an answer, I truly did, but look, are my dreams any different from the desires of demons? What's changed? What's the name of the bird that grabs everything shiny and carries it off to its nest? A goldfinch, right? I'm just like a thieving goldfinch that spies on people's dreams and hoards them away. But doing that hasn't changed me at all. I'm still the same greedy, cruel, lustful demon I've always been. Here's the answer to Desna's riddle. You dream of the same things that demons desire because you're a demon too. There's no escaping that. I see. Arushalay mulls over your words with a stunned expression. So that's what she meant. I'm a demon. Of course I'm a demon. I've always been one, and I will remain one. The flames rise higher and higher. Arushalay's dream disappears in an all-consuming fire. What? I might have just ruined Arushalay forever.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Where'd she go?
Wherever my legs carry me.
Did she leave? We can find out pretty easily. She is no longer in our group. She's left for the time being. I think she comes back. But we've done the evil thing. We've ruined her dreams. I think she comes back as an evil character later on. But for now, we don't have her in our group, which is fine because she's a good character and we're not really bringing her along. We are, however, bringing Ember along, so we're going to leave Camellia behind and bring Ember with. And immediately put her back in the group. No, Ember's coming along with us. And we're going to the Terrace of the Favored Mistress because we need to go across to Nocticula's palace for the first time. Do I feel bad about Arushalay? Yes, I do. I kind of feel a bit shitty for that. Alright, I'm going to level up Ember really quickly. She's like level 13, which I don't think I have a build for her going. It doesn't really matter though. Let's grab Greater Spell Focus. Sure, Enchantment. Why not? We're going to grab... She has Dimension Door. Huh. Who knew? What do we even want for spells for her? What does she have so far? Greater Heroism, that's such a good spell. Phantasmal Kill is not good. I will just grab Dimension Door. Okay, and then we'll grab Greater Heroism and Break Enchantment, I think. Monster. We have some. Do we have some in Monster 5? Oh yeah, we already have good spells. Let's just grab like Break Enchantment then. That's fine. Level 6 spells. Now we're getting into things. So Greater Heroism, and we're also gonna grab. Do we have Heal? Where's Heal? Is Heal a level 7 spell? Heal might be a level 7 spell for her. Hellfire Raid is, because that's super important. I know Sorcerer is part of her build with the other group, but I can't be bothered to do an actual build for her right now. We're gonna grab... We have Protection. Alright, let's just grab Major Healing. Nah. Let's grab... I don't know. Ward, I guess? Nah. Nails, no. Misfortune, no. Major Healing, maybe. Frost, no. Beast Gift. Nah. Ameliorating? Nah. Alright, let's grab Major Healing. Good enough. I don't really care too much. We need Heal. And we're gonna grab... what? Not Stab Shot. Spell Focus. Evocation. Oh, level 5 spells. Okay, let's just grab... Waves of Fatigue, I guess. Sure, why not? Level 6 spells, we're gonna grab... I don't think we have Stone to Flesh with anyone in our group. I guess Camellia can have it, but... Maybe worth having a... Actually, Darren has Raised Dead, so that's fine. Greater Dispel Magic is always useful. And then we'll also grab... Summon Monster 7. Or... Yeah, Summon Monster 7. We... Actually, Tree Sand Communal. No. We could grab Chain Lightning. It's really, really good, but we need Ascendant Element Lightning for that. Otherwise, it just doesn't do anything to demons, which is most of our enemies. And I don't really know or care what I'm going to get for this. Let's just grab... Sure, Greater Ameliorating. Don't care. Level 8 spells, though, we can grab... Storm Bolts is so good. Horde Wilting. We don't have Ascendant Element yet. Or we can just grab Summon Monster 8. We can summon so many cool things to fight for us. And then, do we... this isn't an Ascendant Element level. We can grab School Masteries, though. Do we have anything else? Not particularly. Let's grab School Mastery Evocation. Ascended Element? Oh, yes. Okay, we could have got Ascended Element Electricity. Damn. Oh well. Storm Bolts at some point in time. But we're not going to be using her for very long anyways, so it doesn't matter. We're going all the way to Nocticula's fort, which is way over here. Nocticula. Gotta remember how to pronounce her name correctly.
Secrets can escape my
Slow your roll. There's loot here, apparently. Lone Wolf's Cloak. Whenever the wearer of this cloak has no enemies or allies in the 10-foot radius, they get +3 damage rolls on their ranged attacks and +2 on all saving throws. That's kind of neat. Could be good for someone like Wendwog if she can stay away from people. We should probably save before going into the Palace of Nocticula, just in case we end up getting turned into some sort of vaguely person-shaped paste. I wonder what's over here. You know what else we haven't done with this group? We haven't done any of the Titan ruined fights yet. Which is what we're going to do in the next video, I think. I'm just going to quickly check to the sides of the palace and see if there's anything of note. There's some loot we've missed on these two sides there, too. Oh, I see there's treasure chests and stuff. Okay. We may have to go back for those.
We shall move.
For obvious reasons. They're treasure. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot over here, though. Okay. Let's go into the palace itself. Maybe we have to do some sort of quest for Nocticula. She's guarded by at least 2 Balors, so that's pretty impressive. Cool looking splash screen. Her throne room might look very, very impressive with some color. Many people are standing in court, apparently. Or they're just chilling out here. I can only imagine this place to be very warm. And we've arrived in Nocticula's court.
Greetings.
Oh, it's Arilu. A stately shadow comes towards you. In its hands, a small mirror sparkles and shimmers with an unsettling light.
Lady Arilu, allow me to express my deepest admiration of your work, and may I just ask...
Under Arilu's imperious gaze, Nenio stutters and awkwardly falls silent. I came to speak with Nocticula, not you, Arilu.
All in good time. You will have your meeting with the Lady in Shadow. But first, there is something else.
Arilu's voice sounds strangely tense.
You have walked a long path. One where shadows constantly flicker at the edge of your vision, and questions multiply like flies above carrion. It is time for answers. At least, some of them.
Arilu lifts her mirror and you fall into its cold as shimmering depths. Cutscene time.
Day 16, Aridus 4715. Experiment, transformation. Subject, let's skip that. Objective, to embed the essence of a Nahindrian crystal in the soul of the subject.
Did we get...
Expected result. The essence will coalesce with the subject's soul, which will ready itself for total transformation, triggering the concomitant powers. The time has come to put my plan into action.
Are we crystalled? Is that how we got powers? Oh my god, that's amazing. I didn't even consider that.
You are my creation. Your power was my gift. Now you know.
Arilu stares at you, her gaze unrelenting, probing. The witch is silent for a long time. When she speaks, her voice is unreadable, betraying no emotion. Let's say I believe you. Why did you need to do all this?
You are asking the right questions, but the time has not yet come.
The unseen angel does not speak, but his silence seems to thunder in your ears.
Your power is of the same kind as that of Nulkineth, Jeribeth, and the other demons that you have met. The power of the Nahindrian crystal dissolved into the blood lies within your soul. I have already hinted at this to you once before, when I left the essence along with the lexicon of paradox in my old laboratory, and ordered the suture to make sure the gift found its way into your hands. But there is more. Do you remember when you were taken to Canobris with a wound that would not heal? Do you remember how Terendelev apparently healed you? That was merely an illusion. The dragon was only able to temporarily dull the pain. In fact, it was I who saved you, when I came to you in the caves and implanted a crystal within you. No, saved is not the right word. Your wound is still not healed. That is why your wound weeps blood from time to time, every drop of which burns your enemies.
As if to confirm her words, blood begins to seep from the wound in your chest. Eerie flames seem to dance within the crimson drops.
This is pure essence of Nahindrian crystal. My invention is far superior to the crystals used by Xanther, which were barely refined at all. It will give you new strength, and help you to overcome the wound that still slumbers within your soul. Take it. Take it, and you will see that this is the very power that has lived in you since the Battle of Canobris.
With an elegant flick of her wrist, Aurilu conjures a familiar purple shimmer in the air before her. I will not refuse this power, but I will decide how to use it. Oh yeah, mythic power. You touch the essence and the power, so familiar and clear, flows through you like a river. The power that courses through you is so immense the wound on your chest closes up as if it never existed.
Now you know. You truly know.
Enough! Enough of this madness! I was blind. O Lady of Heaven, how blind I was. I saw holiness in the half-fiend's creation.
The voice of the Inheritor thunders beside you. Aurilu does not move, seemingly unaware of his presence.
Away! Away from this festering hole! I must bring this terrible truth to Queen Galfrey, and save those who can be saved from this darkness!
The angel's voice fades, and you can no longer feel his presence. He has disappeared.
We still have something to discuss.
The Lich Zacharias performed a powerful ritual on me, but he could not extract my soul. It was too strong. What's happening to me?
It is undoubtedly due to the influence of the Nahindrian crystal that I implanted in you. It is not surprising that your soul is strong. It is mixed with the spiritual essence of a demon lord, and a very powerful one at that. I am uncertain whether your soul could ever be ripped from your body, although I would advise against putting it to the test. However, you have the right to find your own way, and to test the limits of your power as much as you wish.
What is this wound in my soul? How dangerous is it?
It was my mistake. My failure. I failed to... The tale is too long to recount here. Your wound is a reflection of the world wound in a way. It is very dangerous, even if you do not yet realize it. It is not a disease, but rather an abscess, which will one day burst and kill you. It cannot fully be healed until the world wound is healed.
A shadow falls across Aurilu's face.
No doubt you have felt this affliction on several occasions. It awakens when you use your power. It makes you sense more strongly what mortals call the corruption of the abyss. Until the world wound is healed, you will have no peace.
You followed me.
Like a witch in a fairy tale, I watched over you from birth. From before that, even. And I kept detailed notes. You were chosen and prepared for a special destiny. Aside from this, I helped you, even when you were unaware of my presence. I saved you and your unfortunate companions when you fell into the crevice in Canobris. In the Grey Garrison, it was I who distracted Minago to allow you to approach the Wardstone. And in Dresden, I appeared under the guise of Yoniel to guide you toward the Sword of Valor. And I also left you a present in my old laboratory, and told the Suture to see that you received it. I knew that sooner or later you would find your way there. That place exerts a powerful pull.
As it turns out, you helped me thwart the plans of your masters, Baphomet and Discari.
They are not my masters, they are a resource.
Why was that the whole ploy with the lab, or why was that whole ploy with the lab necessary? You even sacrificed your servant Suture for it.
You always have to sacrifice something. I wanted you to go to the laboratory to see with your own eyes what I had been doing and what I am capable of, so it would be easier for you to accept the truth. The laboratory is the place where I prepared your ascent. And the Suture was the only one who I could trust to execute my plan and explain everything. After all, he too once experienced rebirth at my hands. And that is why I was willing to risk his life.
It'd be better if you just told me everything instead of playing mind games.
Knowledge gained independently through research and experimentation is far more valuable than knowledge that is simply given. That is why I wanted you to go to the laboratory yourself. I just gave you a nudge in the right direction.
Tell me about the Nihindrian crystals. Start from the beginning.
Nihindrian crystals are formed from the solidified blood of demon lords. Their properties are not well known, even among the inhabitants of the Abyss. And there are reasons for this. Acquiring the blood of a dead demon lord is very difficult. After a demon lord dies, their body is instantly absorbed into the Rift of Repose. Only the Lady in Shadow knows how to kill them in a way that allows her to preserve the bodies of her fellow lords and transform them into a solid state. That means that Nihindrian crystals cannot be obtained anywhere other than the Midnight Isles. Or rather, it was impossible until recently, when I managed to experimentally obtain a crystal from the blood of a still living lord. You saw the result. A dagger made from Discari's freshly shed blood, which I left for you in Canabris. As regards the use of the crystals, that is a discussion that would take time, a very long time. Someday I will finish my groundbreaking treatise on the transformation of Nihindrian crystals, although it is unlikely I will ever publish it.
So you figured out how to use the crystals to imbue living creatures with power.
Not just any creatures, demons and half-demons. The soul must have a stable connection with the Abyss in order for it to receive the power of the crystal. Experiments involving tieflings and mongrels failed because the voice of the Abyss was not strong enough within them.
Valuable information. The Order will be interested to learn this.
Reginald nods and remarks calmly, but I'm not a demon.
I wasn't a demon either when I started. But there are always ways to circumvent, or even to override the laws of the universe.
Aurelia's eyes grow distant for a moment.
I changed myself by knitting my soul together with the essence of the Abyss. And I changed you. Do you remember the fits of rage that began shortly after Discari's attack on Canabris? This is how the second half of your soul manifested itself. Not yet fully aware. Not yet awakened. It's a pity you did not choose to let your demonic nature take hold. The result would have been most impressive. All those arrogant crusaders, those knights with their eyes ablaze, those pious priests. They have installed at the head of their magnificent army a scion of the Abyss, the creation of the architect of the world wound, whom they so revile.
It's strange to see you here in Nocticula's palace. Who do you really serve, Discari, Baphomet?
Both. And neither. I have served both Discari and Baphomet, and not merely as the lowest in the pecking order. But I do not think you'll be surprised when I tell you that to me, both of these mighty lords are merely convenient temporary sources of power. And their time is almost at an end. But the Lady in Shadow is different. She is the preeminent ruler. Soon you will understand this for yourself.
Arilu's tone is indifferent as she informs you of this, as if she was simply commenting on the weather rather than her obseisance before demon lords. My power is different from that of Jerebeth, Nulkaneth, and the other demons.
Yes, because I taught Xanther and the other servants of Baphomet and Discari the earliest version of this transformation ritual. I spent decades perfecting it until I obtained the power that I gave to you. Power in its most purified form, cleansed of the filth and chaos inherent within the original blood of the demon lord. Your power is as pure as thrice distilled water, but it resonates with other powerful sources of supernatural power, such as the Sword of Valor. And your power can change. You must have realized this already. You have shaped my gift into a form that you yourself have chosen. You are seeking answers, trying to understand the crux of the matter. That is good.
Arilu gives us an appraising look. I don't want to ask you anything else.
I want to help you close the world wound.
Arilu looks at you for a while, then she speaks. Sorry about that. Arilu's words are cut off by a quiet laugh. Sitting on the throne that was empty just a moment ago, there's none other than Nocticula, the ruler of Elishanira and the Midnight Isles, a powerful demon lord and the one they call Our Lady in Shadow. Her red lips curl into an ironic smile, and her large eyes observe you with keen interest.
You were about to say, we are going to close the world wound, weren't you, Arilu? I see no reason to continue deceiving this mortal. Now I am convinced that he is quite worthy of serving me. I will even reward him with a modicum of knowledge about the events in which he is about to take part.
My Lady in Shadow, please allow me to swear my allegiance to you and be your loyal servant.
Of course I accept your fealty, brave mortal. Serve me well and true, and your reward will be generous indeed.
She accepts her words with a smile that is both regal and warm.
I have had my eye on you for a very long time. You see, it was at my behest that Lady Vorlesh imbued you with such incredible powers. But I was curious to see your worth as an individual, not as Lady Vorlesh's creation. Thus, I decided to postpone our meeting and see how you'd fare in Elishanira, and whether or not you could win respect and power among those not so easily impressed by outstanding magical abilities. Well, you've passed my test adequately by proving that your character and your will are stronger than the Nehindrian powers Lady Vorlesh has vested in you.
You are wise, my lady. However, only those who have never known or forgotten what it is like to be mortal can so easily dismiss the importance of power. To be someone whose life is fragile and can be cut short at any moment, like a candle snuffed out by a gust of wind.
It is a shame your angel has left you, mortal. I would have liked to talk to him. I don't expect I will get another chance, as that celestial buffoon's days are numbered.
Nocticula's tone is casual, but her eyes are intent, scrutinizing you. Why do you think the Hand of the Inheritor is going to die?
Because he charged off all alone into the vastness of the abyss. An old friend awaits him there, the Echo of Discari. And the Echo has been anticipating this meeting for a long time.
I see.
He's an interesting little bird, that angel. Before he became the Herald of Iomade, he served Regathiel, the General of Vengeance. I've always found the fate of that Imperial Lord to be quite fascinating. Did you know that the father of the Upper Plains' top military leader was a devil from hell? Regathiel had to achieve many feats to redeem his unholy legacy in the eyes of the other Imperial Lords. But he did. A remarkable tale, is it not? Incidentally, was it really necessary to bother the dearly departed Alanithia? The shriek she let out upon returning to her grave interrupted my train of thought and quite spoiled my mood.
Looks like the Nelfeshnees from the Rift of Repose have it in for you.
Let them nurse their grudge. Those fat, smug wretches think themselves the guardians and heralds of the Abyss. But the Abyss has no need of servants. They once dared to come to me with some ludicrous demands. I can only presume that after receiving the heads of their brethren in response, the rest found their ire somewhat cooled.
Why'd you betray Elenithia?
My brother, Sakothbenoth, manipulated me. He convinced me that our confrontation with Alanithia was inevitable, and that I had to strike first.
Nocticula's eyebrows furrow and her smile shows a hint of bitterness. How did you kill the passion in her heart?
Do you honestly think you can find out such precious secrets that easily? How I dealt with past enemies is knowledge I guard very closely, and you already know more than anyone else. Be content with what knowledge you already possess. You seek more at your own peril.
I think we spent enough time on this matter.
Indeed. We have business concerning the living. We need not waste any more time on the dead.
Your conversation is interrupted by a concerned-looking succubus who silently approaches Nocticula, then begins fervently whispering into her ear. Nocticula's expression turns hard and cold. As she ponders the new development, the messenger makes eyes at you playfully. You recognize those green eyes, except they were awash with pain when you last saw them, their owner bleeding out in the caverns of the Nexus. The succubus smiles slyly and gives you a wink.
Another island, another loss. Enough! I warned them that I would not stand for the desolation of my realm. They have not heeded me, and they will regret it. Go to your sisters, and tell them to prepare.
There's steel in Nocticula's voice. She sends the green-eyed servant away and turns to face you once again. That green-eyed succubus, I know her.
Yes, you've already met Laulia, my talented assistant. I've heard she was very convincing at acting out her tragic death in the mines of the Nexus. As you can see, I've been watching you since your very first moments in the Abyss. And even a little earlier. I value servants such as Laulia. She stayed in character, even when you had decided to finish her off. Your merciful decision has left a lovely scar on her beautiful body. I have prepared a beautiful intrigue that will topple many of your enemies and seal the world wound forever, ending the threat to Galarian. And you have the chance to become part of that intrigue.
I'm gonna have to pause the video here. I didn't realize this was gonna go on as long as it is. We're gonna finish up in this video. I just have to do a quick work meeting and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, sorry about that. Meeting completed. My companion Ember would like to speak with you. Embers.
Ember.
Oh,
So that's her then? Well, approach. I have heard you bleating your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense. Did you think I would simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait, what is this?
oh yeah, Ember is like the vessel of an Empyrean lord. Cocking an eyebrow, Nocticula looks down on her. Tears are rolling down Ember's cheek as she sniffles noisily. She presses her maimed hands against her heart as she stares up at Nocticula. Her fragile form shudders from weeping. Arushalay wrinkles her nose in disdain. Why have you brought this simpleton here? This is Arushalay, not Nerosian. We don't give alms here.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and speak clearly.
Nocticula throws a disgusted look at the crying girl.
I know what you had to do to others and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
Ember wipes her face with her sleeve. You should hear her out. Actually, she believes that deep down everyone is good, even creatures that are evil by nature.
I don't know what nature is and don't care a whit about cosmic good and evil. They are but labels thought up by philosophers. I know what power is. Pleasure. Desire. All this childish babble merely amuses me. Nothing more. So, where were we? My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen. I've seen people burned alive, people being devoured by monsters, people burying their children. They were in pain, so much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as much pain as you.
After taking a trembling breath, Ember wipes away the tears streaming down her face.
What is this saccharine drivel? What do you even know of me, Nat?
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams, all of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention?
Nocticula lips curl in distaste. I doubt you'll be able to understand our message. You're a demon. Of course, speeches about goodness make no sense to you. Actually, I shrug silently. I don't know how to respond to this, honestly.
What's that supposed to mean? What, you don't even know why you've brought her? So, what do you suggest I do, preacher? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance? Or that old crow on the moon?
Nocticula stares Ember straight in the face.
No. Gods can't help anyone. They're just like us mortals. Silly, frightened, clueless. You're almost a goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Save me? From what exactly?
From yourself. From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen, you are a queen, but you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering. You're almost a goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become the Redeemer Queen.
Ember's voice rings desperately.
Oh, the Redeemer Queen! That's new. Never in all my years have I heard anything like that. Well, child, enough joking. Get out of my sight, or I'm afraid I might decide to keep you here forever as my fool.
Tilting her head back, Nocticula exposes wild laughter. Her body is shaking and she doubles over, slapping her thighs with her palms. When she's finally done laughing, she catches her breath. She wipes the tears from her eyes.
Do you think she took my words to heart?
Upon giving Nocticula one last smile, Ember ducks behind your back. You hear her whispering, "Probably."
That would be great.
I told you to get out! I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again!
I wish to inform you of treason. Nocticula looks quite amused. Is that so? Who is it you decided to inform on? And more importantly, how did you learn of these traitors, and how credible are these accusations? Chimera is researching the Nihidrian crystals in secret. Perhaps she's planning to overthrow you. How nice of you to warn me. I'm impressed. I do wonder, however, did you really think I was unaware of this, or did you merely want to demonstrate your loyalty? Either way, I appreciate you telling me. I'll take this as proof as I can rely on you. She smiles smallly. Nocticula's expression remains courteous, but her voice now carries a hint of disapproval. It is unfortunate that while you did uncover her devious scheme, you still gave her the knowledge she sought. It would have been wiser to keep her in the dark. I'll have to keep a closer eye on her from now on. Then again, the ruler of Volitionera trails off, wariness creeping into her voice. It's also trivial. Weariness, not wariness. Mining the hindering crystals is a surefire way to sink the island the crystals are on to the bottom of the Ishiar. I assume you understand why all who attempted to procure them on Alanithia were executed. At least you didn't tell Shamir about the mines you found. The last thing I needed is the Ardent Dream burrowing under my capital. A friend of mine, the storyteller, has peered into the future. In his visions, Hepzimira was sending demons after you. The demons were strengthened by Nihindrian crystals. A hint of dangerous excitement creeps into her voice. You are a fount of knowledge, my dear guest. Let's just say I'm not surprised by her appetites. The ambitions of that brat or her lecherous goat of a sire were bound to surface sooner or later. But your warning will encourage me to keep a closer eye on her. You could have gone to Hepsimira with this and received payment for your silence. Your foresight must not go unrewarded. Why do you still tolerate Chimera? Someone has to deal with trivial matters. Chimera's betrayal was assured the moment I made her my favorite, just as Zephorians before her. The second always dreams of rising to be the first. I know the feeling well. That's it. I killed Willidus, your court mage. Nocticula shows no hint of sadness. I'm aware of this, of course. It is lamentable in a way, since his fear of me was strong enough to make him impeccably loyal. However, his death is but a single move in a much larger game. In games like this, losing a few pawns is unavoidable. Did Arilu really create me? She certainly had a hand in your present state of existence. Lady Vorlesh designed the World Wound, a magical phenomenon of unfathomable power. To seal it, we required a key that was just as strong and unique. Simply put, we required a champion, and she chose you. Both your powers and that wound on your chest were the result of her experiments. When she infused your soul with the essence of the Abyss? Of course you remember none of that. Everything was done in secret, even the power granted you was purified, to the extent that it was possible, so that you would not guess its source ahead of time. In trial after trial we watched your will be tempered, and when the time came we started filling you with the energies of the hindering crystals. These energies are necessary for the task at hand. Everything that's happened to you was part of my intrigue. I was going to summon you and reveal the truth when the time was right. Instead, you followed your queen's orders and arrived too early. One can hope that you're prepared to accept the truth. Everything has its price, says Arilu quickly. Your wound was, in essence, the flip side of all my experiments. There's a reason why we required a true champion, not merely a living tool, whom we could fling into the flames of the world wound and close it like any lesser rift. I think you should know that. Nocticula makes a sudden gesture, cutting Arilu off. Don't be so hasty. We have burdened him with enough revelations for now. Give him time to become accustomed to the truth about himself. Then you can share all the details. What are you offering me? I'm offering you the chance to become my weapon. Your enemies are a thorn in my side, as well as yours. What's more, I've never schemed against Galarian, nor have my warriors taken part in the conquest of your plane, at least not at my behest. There is no cause for enmity between us. What would I gain by serving you? A reasonable question. One must always serve one's own interests. Well, rest assured that you will be adequately rewarded. I'll give you gifts befitting your ambitions, and my patronage, which you can certainly count on, will prove more valuable than any trinkets you could dream up. If you're so powerful, why do you need me? If I were to make a move myself, it would start a war. Not that I'm afraid of doing so, but it would hamper my more important plans. Baphomet and Discari would never best me, but they could sow enough chaos and spill enough blood that visitors from other planes would shudder at the mention of Elishanira. No, I will wage war on my own terms, in the shadows, and I will remain unseen until I drive my blade into my enemy's back. And since Galfrey happened to send you to my realm, you have the honor of becoming my blade, mortal. Be glad you're wielded by skillful hands. We should also reveal exactly how our blade will be employed. Nocticula silences Aurelia with a sharp gesture. We can discuss the details later, when the moment is right. Now is not the time for idle conversation. How do you plan to close the world wound? She rolls her eyes. It's a complicated magical process. You'll receive precise instructions once you've captured the Threshold Fortress on Galarian. There, at the exact spot where Lady Vorlesh opened the world wound, you'll be able to close it. But first you have to crush the Guardians of the Threshold, and their forces are growing by the day. Hepsimira, Baphomet's daughter, is mining a large number of Nahindrian crystals in my realm. These crystals are her secret weapon. No army on Galarian can stand against them. You must stop Hepsimira. If you do not, your world will fall and my plans will suffer significant harm. At one time, I disclosed the secret of transformation to two servants of Baphomet and Discari, Xanthirvang and Mudasafin. It was a well-calculated gambit which bought us time and assured both Discari and Baphomet of my loyalty. Mudasafin is Hepsimira's favorite. He oversees the transformation of her army. Hepsimira is currently on another island far from here. The route to that place is plagued by pirates, monsters, tempests, and other more terrifying dangers. Have you heard of the living bubbles of frozen time that swallow airships, and when the ships reach port, their crews discover they've been gone for 100 years? That is not the strangest occurrence you could encounter on such a journey. I'm willing to provide you with a decent ship and an experienced crew. If you kill Hepsimira, it will stop her sinking any more of my islands, but without giving Baphomet cause to declare war on me. We are clearly being manipulated into serving as a tool in an intrigue we cannot fully evaluate, given that we lack complete information. It would be tempting to make use of her resources, but that's what bait in a trap is supposed to be, tempting. Why is it so important to kill Hepsimira? Discari and Baphomet won't just stand there and watch you close the world wound. They'll send their armies after you, so you need an army of your own, and that's something the Crusaders won't have for long. Hepsimira is mining more and more Nahindrian crystals to empower her forces when she attacks Galarian. If you don't stop her, the Crusader resistance will be crushed, and the ranks of demons pouring through the world wound into your world will multiply 100-fold. You were sent here to cut off the demon army's supply of Nahindrian crystals, weren't you? Well, that's exactly what you're going to accomplish. I will consider your offer, Lady in Shadow. And accept it, I'm sure. I respect your caution and won't force you into submission. We all stand to gain if you do my bidding of your own volition. A glimmer of approval dances in Nocticula's eyes. An interesting destiny lies before you, mortal. You will rise to great heights and play a part in events of titanic proportions. Many would give their lives for a chance to tread such a path. Hepzimira visits Alushanira every now and then, but her true lair is far from here. She hides on the island of Kulfir, to the northwest of my archipelago. There lies her secret fortress in the deep mines. Her slaves dig the hindering crystals for the invading army she plans to bring to Golarion. I'll give you a magnificent airship and an experienced crew to take you there. It will be a long and perilous journey. Take some time to prepare. I still have some more business to take care of in Alushanira. Nocticula nods to herself. Arilu, you're no longer needed here. As you wish, my lady. Arilu vanishes, but you notice the look in her eyes, pensive and appraising. Nocticula casts a piercing gaze at the spot where Arilu was but a moment ago, then stops you with a commanding gesture. There's one more thing we must discuss, the Lexicon of Paradox. Lady Vorlesh's magical treatise that contains many secrets of the world wound. You and my servant Lady Vorlesh were just talking about the Lexicon of Paradox. For many years, it has remained split in half, harmless. But what was once divided can be made whole again. Who knows what power the book can impart to its owner? What if they expand the world wound even further, or connect it to other planes? Not a chance. The Lexicon of Paradox has caused more than enough trouble already. You already possess the first half of the book. Find the other one and bring them both to me. I will reward you handsomely. Giving the book into my keeping will also protect Golarion from suffering a second world wound disaster. The Lexicon of Paradox will be much safer under my watchful eye than in your travel bags, wouldn't you agree? The Lord of the Abyss wants a book that holds the secret to opening the world wound. All with the best intentions, I'm sure. Rigel frowns deepens. I expected a better lie from the Lady in Shadow. This one won't do. I'll consider your offer. The reward will not disappoint you, I promise. This dangerous knowledge ought to be locked up securely. I won't keep you any longer. Okay, bye. We now have more mythic abilities. I know we're a little bit over time. Let's quickly see what we can unlock here. And my dog is being annoying, of course, because why wouldn't he be? We could get better iterative attacks, but we could also get improved weapon focus, which would be really good for us. I don't really think we need Destiny Beyond Birth. Flawless Attacks is really good as well, so is Improved Critical. These are all kind of tough ones. Mythic Resolve is kind of horrible, I'm not gonna lie. We could also get Piranha Strike Mythic, which gives us better damage. But I think I'm going to take Weapon Focus, because we really need that to hit. We have some trouble hitting things sometimes. And we get more things here. Okay, so we have Deadly Magic, which is not really what we're going to be focusing on. We're not really a magic user. Death Rush, whenever we use combat maneuvers, the enemy suffers 1d6 points of damage per Lich Mythic rank. That's not bad. We get better damage against frightened creatures. It's more spell stuff. Spell resistance, 25 plus mythic rank, and whenever they fail checks to overcome spell resistance, the next Lich spell or Connect Blast becomes quickened. It's okay. Negative energy mastery, no. Tainted sneak attack, we don't have any sneak attacks, so do we? I don't think we do. Undead mount, our mount becomes undead and gets DR 10 good and spell resistance 15. Weapon of death. We can enchant weapons we wear with Bane Living and nullify special abilities. And nullifying special abilities. If creatures killed with a weapon of death, all creatures suffer a penalty on level checks made to overcome spell resistance. Withering Life. When a living creature takes damage from a spell cast... Oh no, that's fine. We don't need that. I'm leaning towards Undead Mount, or possibly Spell Resistance, Magic Devourer. That spell resistance might be really useful. Also, Decaying Touch with a monk would have been amazing. All natural attacks, including ones he makes in polymorph form, as well as melee touch attacks and unarmed attacks, deal 1d6 plus mythic rank points of unholy damage. They also suffer 1 ability damage strength at each hit. Oh, that would have been so good. Anyways, we're probably going to take Undead... No, I don't really want Undead Mount. I really don't want Undead Mount. I think Magic Devourer is the way we're going to have to go. Or maybe Weapon of Death. Being Living is pretty good, but I think we already have a pretty good thing going on. Also, this isn't going to matter too much, I don't think. You know what? Take Magic Devour. Spell resistance is good. Because we're going to be the Swarm soon, and that's going to be a little bit different, of course.
yes, what?
As for her, we can't take Ascendant Magic. Actually, maybe we can. We can Ascendant Element, Electricity. Done. Golden. That is what we're doing here. What do you want? Spell Pen Mythic? Let's grab Spell Penetration for Darren. A lot of things have a lot of spell resistance.
And I'll do it.
We can take Weapon Focus or Weapon Specialization Mythic. Both would be really good for Regil. I think I'm going to take Weapon Focus for that Gnome Hooked Hammer increase.
Where do you want me?
As for her, same thing. Weapon Focus, Longbow. We need to hit things. And she's going to take... She already has Mythic Spell Pen, so we're going to take extra Mythic ability, Ascendant Element. Oh, she already has Electricity as Ascendant Element. Okay, well, that's golden, and let's see what else we can do. Cool, cool. Let's go School Mastery. Do we have Evocation? We do have Evocation. Oh my god, I've already built her well. Sweet. Spell Focus, we could do this. Increase our spell saves for Evocations. Or what else can we do? No, I think that's really what I want to do. She's going to do so much damage. Or, hang on, let's just go... What else can we do here? We're not going to take an extra feat, that would be silly. Extra mythic ability. Is there any cool ones we can do here? Oh, we don't have improved abundant casting? Let's get that then. We need more spells. Cool beans.
Soot is restless.
Alright.
I wonder why.
Now we have so many spells to cast. All the spells. Alright, we are done here and we're ready to go. Oh, we don't use Ember all that much. No wonder. But that's okay. Let's get out of here. For now, though, I'm going to leave you guys here. We have gone way over time. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.